We're back here on Carolina Women. Yes, we're here at Rollers. It is fantastic, and I am here with my new friend, Patricia, Southern Statements.
Right.
I have to say, what a gift to have you here. And I am so excited, in case you can't tell, she is a phenomenal artisan and jewelry maker. Thank you for joining us. Talk to us a little bit about what you're doing here at Southern Statements.
Okay. Well, I'm a retired stockbroker, and I got a little bit bored. And so during COVID, I had a necklace that I really loved it and bought it years ago. And so I bought the stuff to make it, but never did it. So I made one similar, put it together, and then I wore it to an event. And
so many people.
Yeah, so everybody loved it. So I started making pieces for my friends, and then it turned into a business.
Well, I have to laugh because I came in, I'm like, oh, I love this. Some of the things you do are, I mean, everything you do is phenomenal.
Yeah.
But let's talk through this one, which I tried to buy, but it was sold.
Yeah. So this is a oyster shell, and I try to do things that other people do not do. It's sterling silver cross, and this is jade, and it's very popular, particularly for Mother's Day and Easter.
Exactly.
Seems to be selling quite well.
So you basically, where do you sell? How do I find your artwork?
Okay. I am at the Montage, Treasures at the Montage Hotel at Palmetto Bluff.
Wow.
And I am at La Petite Gallery, and they are in Bluffton, and I do a lot of shows with them. I'm in Pendleton, South Carolina with the Artists Co-op, and I do a lot of fundraisers, and I do a lot of, I have upcoming shows constantly. So.
I mean, it's fantastic. It was really interesting talking just not about the piece, it's a necklace, it's a bracelet, but really the history. I know your husband was here sort of sharing a little bit about some of the pearls that you use.
Right.
Can you talk us through the materials that you do use with this?
All right, this is recycled glass from Ghana.
Wow.
And,
look at the driftwood.
Yeah, people love driftwood. Some people love driftwood. This is a Peruvian clay piece, this piece right here.
As a stockbroker, did you think you had an artistic flair?
I always got into things. I always dabbed in the arts. And but I never had the time to do it.
So now, I mean, these things are absolutely gorgeous. Let's talk about this one with the big Baroque.
This is Baroque, and I'm wearing Baroque pearls.
And what makes a Baroque pearl a Baroque pearl?
It's just the way different muscles, how they form and stuff like that. Freshwater pearls can come in all different shapes and sizes and colors.
Okay.
It's just how they were formed. And
when you are designing a piece of jewelry, do you think about the shape and what it's going to look like and then create it? Or do you decide you're going to do, let's say, a pearl piece or a jade piece, and it sort of comes into its own?
Kind of both. Sometimes I visualize something and then I have to go out and find the parts for it, which can be very difficult sometimes. And other times, it's just how it ends up.
Well, I have to tell you, from a design point of view, I'm all about texture and materials and sort of the juxtaposition of all of those things. And when I look at what you've done, there are a lot of unexpected materials that are put together in this phenomenal way.
And I try to make it so that it's something for everybody, because different people don't like oyster shells, but then they like driftwood, or they like Baroque pearls. And so I try to pretty much keep it to the point where everybody
something for someone.
Yeah,
all right, I have to ask you the natural question. Bow ties?
Yes.
Help me.
Well, a friend of mine, Marty, we were at a social thing, and he had a wooden bow tie on. And I thought, wow, I could make those, but I can't. I couldn't. I couldn't do that. I had no skills. So I thought about it, and I thought, I've never seen bow ties out of cork. And so I get the cork from Portugal. I order it, and I just started making cork bow ties.
I just think that's absolutely brilliant. I know you work with some famous and gorgeous potters too.
Right.
One of your friends.
Lisa Daniels, we do a lot of shows together, and she's phenomenal too.
We'll have to grab her on here. I hear she's got fabulous pottery too.
Right.
5 minutes goes too quickly here on Carolina Women, but again, we're going to put a little thing at the bottom so that if you want a beautiful piece of this jewelry, Southern Statements.
Southern Statements.
Thank you. Stay with us. There's more to come here on Carolina Women.